Hi, I'm Dennis Lee. I'm Director of Marketing, and we're talking about Project Cross Zone 2.
What were your goals heading into this game?
So, the original Project Cross Zone, when it came out on the 3DS, it was the first time that we did a collaboration and had characters from all the different IPs and games from Sega, Capcom, and Bandai Namco. And with Project Cross Zone 2, we wanted to kind of revisit that collaboration and kind of revisit and bring even more iconic characters and brands over into this kind of this strategy role-playing game that we wanted to bring to the fans.
What's the story in this game?
So we haven't talked too much about the story of Project Cross Zone 2 yet, but there is definitely a something that happens that causes all of the worlds of the different video games to kind of cross together, and then they start to have characters and enemies and different people that kind of leak from game to game, and then you really get to see what happens when when characters from one game world kind of invades another game world and how everything kind of comes together.
How big is the roster?
So the roster is huge. Of course, with the game just being announced, we've unveiled, I forget the exact number, like over a dozen characters so far. There are many more characters that are that are involved in the game. We're not at liberty right now to talk about the final number, but you can definitely expect a lot of characters from a lot of different games and game worlds that are going to be included in the title.
What are some of your favorite characters and why?
That's a good question. So, I would say some of my favorite characters in the game. Ones that are close to my heart are, of course, the characters from Tales of Vesperia, because I did work on that title while I was here. If you go back to when I was a younger kid playing a lot of titles, I kind of have a favorite with the I guess the trinity of ninja characters that we've revealed already so far. So we have we have Shinobi, and then we have Strider, and then there's also a Natsu from Soul Calibur. So it's kind of two retro ninjas, and then you have one more current one from Soul Calibur 5. So I think that kind of group is my favorite, because those ninjas, it kind of bridges like my the nostalgia from when I was younger playing video games to kind of the current stuff and the fighting games that I love playing now.
It's the last one for me. How do you feel this game pushes the genre forward?
So the strategy RPG genre is one where there is a lot of things that are pretty much set as tried and true. So there, as far as using kind of a tile-based system to kind of maneuver your characters and your troops, and then how you get into battle. One of the nice things that I really like with the Project Cross Zone series and Project Cross Zone 2 is kind of that mix of having the turn-based movement on tiles to kind of start out and kind of set up your strategies and how you're going to fight. But then once you actually go into battle, a lot of the strategy RPGs, they kind of just play out with okay, I attack these people, and then now in battle, they're just going to take their turn, and I'm going to attack them, and then if I don't kill them, they're going to then attack me, and then we go back to the strategy portion where then we start maneuvering troops again. On Project Cross Zone, you have kind of a real-time battle element of when you go into battle, and it allows the player to be able to execute different combos, and based on the timing of their attacks and the different combos they're doing, they can do extra damage and super powerful attacks. But it doesn't turn into a action game where then the strategy completely goes away if you have 100% full control over the outcome of that battle by how good you are in timing the attacks and kind of like playing almost an action game. So it kind of does a mix in between giving the player a little bit of the chance to feel like they're controlling the action, unleashing the attacks themselves, but still keeping to that strategy, I guess, like framework that you have when you have these tactical RPGs.